It's a very good evening to you guys. Welcome to the takeaway. It's me, Matt, and hopefully we will have somebody else jumping in to make our numbers up. If they do decide that they don't wanna turn up, then we'll let you know exactly who it was, what their Twitter handle is, and maybe we could even get your address so that you can send them reviews. Guys, this is the Man United agenda. This is the Man United agenda. It's me, Matt, plus invisible guest at the moment. This is the Friday night takeover. Matt, how you doing, my man? Long time no see.
Yeah, mate. All good, mate. How are you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Obviously, you guys know if you are just tuning in that this is a slightly different one on the Friday. The takeaway. It's more to do with the whole of the Premier League. So if there's any comment you want to post, doesn't even have to be about Man United. Obviously, Matt is a Man United supporter, but as I said, we should have a couple on. And look, we're not that ignorant that we can't talk about all of the other games. So Matt, before we go any further, I don't normally go back. I try to look forward, but I've got to talk to you about your opinions on the shambles. Yes, sorry, Matt. I had to bring it up.
I was hoping you was going to say something else there about West Ham, maybe, or about Man United.
Oh, the shambles. Come and talk to me, man. Give me your honest opinion, man.
Shocking, mate. Everybody keeps saying as well, Sevilla, they're a really great team. Honestly, they're really great. It's like, mate, this is the worst season they've ever had in La Liga. They're 13th. They're fighting off relegation. Even if they did take back that 2-2 and took it back to Seville, we should have still gone out there and given it our all. Even Southampton showed more fight tonight against Arsenal than we showed in a quarter final of the Europa League. It was shocking, mate, honestly. What did you make about it, though, Mr. B? Because I know that you're a little bit like me sometimes when it comes to Man United. You know what I mean? You know that there's potential there that we can do better, and when we don't play, call it out like it is.
When we're bad, we've been really bad this season. I don't understand form. Obviously, the home form. Let's be honest, the home form is what's kept us in this Champions League hunt. Maybe Ten Hag will over the summer will realize that he probably can't play the same style home and away. I think that's the biggest issue at the moment. 1 second, Anthony. Thanks for jumping on, man. I'll get you in the conversation in 1 second. Yeah, I just think that I'm not going to say it's a game too far, but we've played 10, 12 games more than everybody else, and 12 and 13 games ago we weren't too bad. So I think a level on games, if we had the games, if we maybe out of Europe a little bit earlier, then maybe it would have helped. But at the same time, I think games like yesterday will show Ten Hag exactly the heart of a lot of the players that he's working with, and obviously the definite lack of ability. Richard Herbert, right on cue. We see you, man. Anthony Herbert did also get 3 points tonight. Just asking for a friend. We've got solo on. Arsenal bottle job. Bill Baggio. Bottle job FC are back. Arsenal. Box is saying Sevilla pony. Bill Baggio's got a big smiley face. And Richard saying happy anniversary, Ten Hag, 1 year today. He got the United job. Anthony, look, obviously the way that it goes is I mean, you could have come on two ways. You could have come on really happy, you could come with your face like shit, as in what it looks like now. So look, without further ado, Mr. Herbert, talk to us about the I'll tell you my bit first. I was sleeping up until a minute before you scored your first of your second. You scored your second and third. I actually wanted to turn over the TV, hoping, but it's strange how as soon as I decided that I wanted Arsenal to bloody start winning, You lot just have gone all bloody Spursy on me. So, Mr. Herbert, come and talk to me, man.
So where do you start? Where do you begin? I think the first of all is the Southampton goal, the Ramsdale mistake. That was just stupid and pathetic. And then the second goal, I feel that it was a defensive error. We got back in the game with the Martinelli goal. That was a good goal, by the way. And but obviously we scored two goals later on in the game. As you know, it finished 3-3. But it's like what I said about the West Ham game. Even though it was a draw, it still feels like a loss, and it does. And I'm not being funny. You're top of the league, but how the hell could you be playing like that in a team that's bottom of the league? And I'll tell you something now. We ain't winning it. We ain't winning that league.
Wow, that's a big statement, isn't it?
Yeah, we're not winning it. I'm
Don't you
sorry.
think don't you think that maybe because Southampton have been so wretched this season, and the fact that they are rock bottom and you are rock top, that they had everything to fight for? I don't think they have a very good past at the Emirates either. So I don't know. I actually, before the game, I felt like Southampton might actually do something and maybe get a draw. We've seen Bournemouth go at it and unfortunately lost 3-2, wasn't it, right at the end? So I just don't know. I didn't expect it was going to be a turnover. I know people have beaten Southampton 9-0, but I still think Arsenal can do it, mate. I mean, it's only a draw.
No,
but
we've
so
got we've got Man City next game, and we've got to beat Man City. We've got to beat Man City to have any chance now to win this league. And
Mr.
the way
who are you supporting?
Look, I'll tell you in a minute. You always had to beat. It was always that you had to beat Man City. It was always going to go down to the fact that you had to beat Man City, Anthony. So as bad as your results have been, if you beat Man City, you're still kind of in control. All right, it may well be that it doesn't happen now, which is, as I said, as soon as I started wanting you guys to win, you lot just threw the custard pie in my face. So look, I'm going to watch the game with a smile on my face, because not so much you, Anthony, but a lot of your clan from Arsenal, for the first maybe half of the season, it was accepted that maybe it was a blip. You've now, my thing was, everybody, you're still top. That's all I kept hearing. You're still top. You're still top. Yeah. You are still top. It's just a different kind of top now.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just like we got the table up here now. Because I muted it, and I mean we're 32 games Arsenal with 75 points, and then you've got 30 games of Man City on 70 points. So we're 5 points above them, but Man City's still got 2 games in hand, and then they've got to play us as well. So I mean, if we draw against Man City, both teams would be on 76 points, but Man City be top prior to their goal difference. Because they've got one hell of a bloody goal difference there from their goal scoring between Haaland. So that's the only problem. But we do need to beat them to do anything this season. But if we don't win the league this season, I know what it'd be like. Arteta say in the press conference, we didn't set out to win the league this season. We just wanted Champions League football. That's what. So you mark my words. That's what Arteta will say.
I hope he's honest and says you're disappointed, Matt. You're sitting there. I can see you sitting there quietly chuckling to yourself.
Well, yeah, because I don't know how Arsenal fans can be disappointed, really, to be fair. Even if they don't win the league this season, you weren't in the top 4 last season. You only just actually did you get Europa League this year? You did, right? You got knocked out.
We got Europa League, yeah. We fell on 4th, but guess what? The only reason why we didn't finish 4th last season was because Southampton stopped us from getting 4th spot.
And now they've done it again.
And they've done it again for us, maybe not to win the league.
Would this be for Arsenal? Would this be a flop? Being second in the league, finishing second in the league.
I don't think it'd be a flop. It will definitely be a disappointment, Matt, because obviously for how long Arsenal has led the Premiership, being in that top spot, for God knows how long this season. And obviously you're building your hype up. You're building your hype up basically. And we're chanting, "Oh, we're going to win the league," but I don't chant too much in case it backfires. We all know what our team's like. We know. You know what Man United is like. You know your weaknesses. You know your strength in the team. Same as me with Arsenal.
I don't actually. I take that back. I don't know. I don't know nothing about Man United after last night. What are weaknesses and strengths? Who knows? Who knows that?
Well, yeah, this is true, but it's like what I said. You know your team, and I think that it's going to be something. Arsenal's going to bottle it, in my opinion, and I can't see us winning the league. It's going to be the Man City game. Unfortunately, we haven't got the strength there to beat them.
Okay, Rebel, we see you, man. We're going to come to your comments just in the next section when we are actually just going to we're grilling. In all fairness, I think we've taken it pretty easy on Mr. Herbert. Guys in the chat as well, you lot have been really, really nice to him. I was expecting him to get a whole load of a whole torrent of abuse, but this is the problem, man. At the moment, we've got a lot of us who don't want City to win.
Community, Mr. B.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked out. It worked out beautifully. The timing, the fact that you said, just everything. The game ended, our show started, you came on, you didn't look as happy as you are now. You're smiling now. I'm glad you're smiling now because you came on, you had a face like shit.
I did. Oh, I was worst. Do you know what? I was watching your watch along yesterday, and I, in all fairness, I really did feel for Man United, but most of all, I did feel for Mr. B because the pressure of him doing these watch-alongs on his own, which you do a good job, by the way. But I understood every single word you said about Manchester United last night. So shit, get a contract, throw it in the fucking bin. I was laughing.
I tell you, that's what our team does, man. I mean, today I am in a better frame of mind, but it doesn't take away the fact that there's a lot of players at our club that need to leave. Look, that's gonna roll us kind of sweetly onto our game now. To be fair, look, we'll keep this brief because obviously we know that Solo had the preview a little bit earlier on. Semi-final at Wembley, which is a bummer because my mum's having a barbecue tomorrow. I've now got to find somewhere to park 3 miles away. But at the same time, look, it is what it is. She was never to know that it was 2 events at Wembley. She doesn't really care about football apart from when I'm on. So, Mum, if you're watching, thanks and hi. Look, I'm worried about the game tomorrow. Our form has been meh. Normally, Brighton probably wouldn't be a team that we would worry about, but they've taken big scalps this season. They've done us already. Beginning of the season, which we thought was maybe a blip on our part, and to a certain extent, it probably is. But what hasn't been a blip is Brighton's form, their player recruitment, their manager recruitment during the semi-final. Matt, I'm going to go to you first. Thoughts? Score predictions, guys in the chat. Let's get your score predictions up for this game as well. Matt, you can jump. I'm not Matt. Anthony, you can jump in at any time you like, man. It's not a question and answer. Matt, away you go, man.
Well, you talk about Brighton doing us. They did do us with accumulating players, mate. I think there's some players. I think Conchado we turned down, didn't we, for around about 4 million or something, and they ended up getting him, and he's been a revelation. They're really good, mate. I'm worried if we played Sevilla and lost 3-0. I'm worried about playing Brighton in the semi-final. I don't think they've won a major trophy. So this is something that Brighton are really going to be looking forward to this occasion. It's Wembley, like I said. Mate, I'm very worried about it. Brighton are doing numbers at the moment. They are getting into European places as well, which I think is fantastic for them as well. And like you said, like the way they're accumulating players around Europe and South America as well. I think South American market they're looking into. They're doing really well there. Honestly, I fear, I worry, because I don't think the players are really going to be up to it. Their heads are down from what happened last night. But apparently, every time we've had a knockdown, Mr. B, we've won the next game this season. So let's hope that happens again, and let's hope that because if we do win, then at least there isn't a second leg or anything like that, is there? So we go straight to the final. We'll play Man City. We'll get beaten. We'll get runners that medal. It's all right. It's cool. But that's
You have faith. It looks like we're going to be the only team to stopping City from doing the treble, because we can't rely on our friends from North London. Tiabo Null saying, "I really don't care about predictions. I just want a final, and I will see you there." Rebel.
That sounds Spursy, Mr. B. That sounds very Spursy, that comment. Sorry.
It does.
Rebel.
Very Spursy.
I saw one from Rebel here, which kind of hold on, where's he gone? Where has Rebel gone on here? Hold on, where's his message? Nope, it's not that one. It is this one. Yes, what's cooking, gents? What's the current resale value on a rickety, broken second-hand fridge? Less than 80 million, Reb. Less than 80 million, my friend. Great list, Rebel. Is talking about we're just talking about our 15 players that seem to be up for sale. I think we'll probably discuss that in a week. I'll get you on for that as well, Matt.
Yes.
we can have a late night donut talk. Mr. Herbert, Arsenal Brighton, Man United Brighton.
You know what? Obviously, Brighton might be the underdogs in this game, but I'm not going to sound horrible towards Man United, but
Sure.
with me, Brighton can actually they can buy in these players and they can sell them and make money on it. And you feel like, well, they're not gonna be well this season. They're not gonna play well. They get rid of all their good players, but they replace them with cheap quality players, and they're doing well. I mean, look at now this season. When Potter was the manager of Brighton, they were more defensive. Now they seem to be a different unit altogether. They seem to be more attacking. They've got a good manager in, and and obviously they're doing bits this season. But regarding this game, I'm sorry, lads, but I could see Brighton winning this game, and I'm going to be honest with you now. You're going to see a Brighton and Man City final, and I think Brighton can go all the way. I think Brighton could win this FA Cup. Seriously, they're the underdogs. I like the underdogs. With this Brighton, if it's a Brighton and Man City final, I don't know if you can cast your mind back the FA Cup final. Do you remember when Wigan got relegated and they beat them in the FA Cup final? I could see an upset this season in the FA Cup final, and it'd be Brighton beating Man City.
Well, Richard Herbert's gone. His score prediction is Brighton 1, United 1, penalty shootout, and De Gea to miss the 11th penalty.
Ouch, Richard. Ouch. Just remind me of what happened all that time ago. Yeah, thanks, mate.
Guys, Richard, I know you've given me a score prediction. Bill Badger, did I see a score prediction from you in here? I'm not sure I did. I know Tarbo, I think I'm saying that right. Doesn't care about predictions. He just wants a win. When we win, let's see.
2-1
Bill.
Brighton.
Bless you, man. Bless you, man. Bless you, man. So yeah, I'm gonna go extra time and pens. I think it's, but I'll go extra time. I'm not gonna go pens. I think one it puts out. One, I think it depends on the team that we put out for the game. As you said, Matt, mentally they're going to be, I'm not going to say they're broken, but the way that they performed, I think as a team, it's going to be good that certain players can't play so that they don't have to come in and piss everybody off and disrupt the flow of really what has been by and by a pretty good season. Let's be honest. We've won a trophy. All right, it might be the lesser one, and if we double up with the FA Cup, then I think it makes it a pretty good season. One with qualification is still a good season, but I'm not confident about tomorrow. I'm really not confident about tomorrow's game, which is kind of not what I expected. I think the come downs. I hope the come downs quick, Matt. To be fair, I hope the.
It's like it feels like it's going to be like a Joe Joyce and Gilly Zhang sort of heavyweight fight where we think Joe Joyce is going to win, which is obviously Man United, and it's going to get decked out by Brighton pretty much. That's what I think. I think, unfortunately for us, with the mentality as well that we've got, we're too confident on the money wise on how many players we've got that are good on paper, like Chelsea to be a good example. On paper, they look brilliant. We look really good on paper against Sevilla as well. We looked amazing. You look at the players we got on the sheet, you're like, wow, like 3 years ago, if you'd have said you had them players in your Man United team, you'd be like, wow, it's amazing, not bad. But with Brighton, I don't think they look at anything like that at all. I think they literally leave everything out on the field. And I have this, like you, Mr. B, this ickling feeling that we're not going to be 100% for it. Yeah. I can't see it. I want to.
Sounds like he's worried. It's hard one, yeah. Yeah, well, it's good. It's good that we're going in there with not being overconfident, because I think there's levels to where we are this season, and we're not quite as high as maybe, or as far down the line as maybe we thought we were.
Well, yeah. You know how we went into the Newcastle final for the Carabao Cup after knocking out Barcelona, right? Is that correct? Was it?
Yeah.
We were on the high, and then in that final, we controlled the game very well, like we were a winning team. And I just feel like when you've lost in a quarter final, you've been away to Sevilla, and then your next game's at Wembley. You don't even get to play at home before you go there, with 3 days preparation as well. It's just I don't know. And Brighton have had how long? Over a week.
Yeah. I mean, with every game we've played, to be fair, teams have had the rest over us. Just before I go to you, Anthony, from Richard, I want the FA Cup. Hope there's a winner for Spurs or Newcastle. And Spurs, what's that? Spurs
beats us next Thursday.
To be honest, and I don't want United Champions League next season. We've been in
embarrassment in the Europa
Richard. Come on now. Look, I as much as we have been poor and we've been slapped up a lot away from home, I'm not taking the Champions League. There's no chance.
Yeah, you don't want to do that, do you? You don't want to say that you don't want to be in a competition next season when you've got a transfer window in between. That would be absolutely stupid. You wouldn't want Europa League again, would you, Rich? Surely.
Anthony.
Well, to start off with, I'm going to ask him, because obviously this is my brother, and he comes on the Premier League show that I do every Monday. So I'm going to be asking him, because I'm going to be talking to him with the FA Cup against Man United and Brighton on Monday's show. And I think I might have another guest on there. So what I'm saying is, with him, I'm going to be asking him the question, and I'm going to see what he says. Obviously, whatever the result of the game is, in the FA Cup. So I will be mentioning it in the show, Rich. So you've been warned. I think with what you're talking about, with this game, the Brighton game, I feel that's a big blow at the back. So I think Martinez, your centre back, he's out for the rest of the season, isn't he? And that's a major blow. That is, to me, that's your best centre back. I rate him so highly. He is a good player, Martinez, and to lose a player like that that's the spine of your team gone. Regarding last night, I know Harry Maguire was going to play, but Harry Maguire was absolutely shit last night. Let's be honest, in that game, in the Europa League, he was absolutely shit. Do you know what? I thought the way how Harry Maguire played, play Phil James. You can't get any worse, can you? Let's be honest. You can't get any worse. You can pay Phil James.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably right there. Yeah,
But
That's it.
you know,
I agree with you for once, Dr. Herbert. I
you
agree.
always agree with me, Matt. Come on, when we talk back, you always agree with me.
I know you get very feisty over an argument.
We've got one from Michael Hill before we go to the next game. Do you think Weggy will get the better of Lewis Dunk? We've got one from
No.
Warry C saying winning the FA Cup has two things. We win the cup and stop City winning the treble. And that's what I keep saying.
Weggy? We got a name for him now. Is that Weghorst you're talking about? Is that
Weghorst, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, God.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Michael Hill is here saying Mr. B was waxing lyrical about Maguire last night, bruv. I lost my mind. But it's hard. You know what it is? It's watch-alongs are hard in regards to you start thinking, don't swear. And it gets to the stage where you just say, you know, I don't care. I don't.
Yeah.
It just don't. Yeah, and he definitely brought the idea that I don't care out of me last night, man. Richard Herbert. Let's just start from scratch. We've been embarrassed this season. If we don't shift Maguire and a few others, we will be doomed in the competition. Honest lads, we will. I can agree with you in that part. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say we trust the process, or whatever, and go all thingy. But no. I'm not having that.
We have started from scratch, haven't we? Ten Hag and
yeah, he has. And you got to remember, you see, half of the players that he bought didn't have a pre-season. They came in and had to learn. So I am expecting a better start from next season, to be fair. But look, this is the last one before we drift on to the next game. Vincent Bullock, be nice to win the FA Cup next season. Next season, we've got the chance coming. What? The first team have to be to win. Oh, God, you lot can read that. It's Friday night.
I'm in the FA Cup. That my next season week, we've got the chance of coming in the first team to have a bit of silverware and win the Charity Shield. So he thinks hopefully we might be able to win the FA Cup, and then that gives us a chance of being in the Charity Shield next season, I'm guessing.
Matt, can I say something on that aspect? Do you remember when Man United won the FA Cup? I can't remember what season it was. And then they went on to win the Community Shield. And
2000, was it Van Gaal? Was it the Van Gaal year?
Yes, it might have been and Roy Keane was actually in the studio, and obviously he was doing the punchy on that game. And he said, and they're on about Manchester United, the only trophy that they can win is in the winning the Community Shield. Well, if that's the case, then they're in big trouble than what we think. Because in all fairness, there is people that doesn't. I know it goes to a good cause and
David
things
Moyes,
like that.
Won the Charity Shield.
Yeah, but it's like what I said. Roy Keane ain't really worried about the Community Shield, and I found out whoever wins the FA Cup this season, whatever team wins the FA Cup, they only pick you obviously you win the FA Cup is silverware, but you get £2 million for winning it.
No money.
Plus, I know you get your TV rights and all that on top, but you don't really get a lot of money winning the FA Cup.
Finally,
money.
Some reality in the world. Well,
yeah, I think it's
a lot of money
prestige.
in the prize. Brilliant.
Just win it for the sake. Win it for the prestige and the kudos.
Yeah.
And look, Turbo's saying that they should scrap the Charity Shield. It's never going to be scrapped. It'll never be scrapped. No. It's the season open. It gives everybody hopes. Look, man, we are really sticking it on time.
Mr. B, they're looking at taking that abroad as well. That
you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. It's all money.
The Premier League, and you've got to go to America.
It's look, I can't see it happening, but look, money talk. Talking of money. Newcastle Spurs. Newcastle have been, I'm not to say they've been a slight surprise this season, to be fair. Eddie Howe hasn't spent, a shed load of money. But there are our rivals, obviously, for that top four. It's a double-up game here. Both of them are really our rivals for Champions League. My score prediction, to be fair, I would take a 1-1, but I think Newcastle will beat Spurs tomorrow. What are you lot's thoughts, guys? Guys in the chat, score predictions in for that one, and Anthony and Matt, talk away, man.
I just think I think Newcastle win this one 3-1. I feel that Spurs has got problems there. I mean, Harry Kane he's not scoring goals at the minute. So is Son. You know, they've got problems up front. They've got rid of Conte. The number two is obviously taking over at the minute. He's not exactly doing a fantastic job there. So I know what you're saying, Mr. B, but regarding the fourth spot, you've got no worries. Tottenham won't be getting that top four. I can't see it. It's you and Newcastle, but listen, whoever finishes third and whoever finishes fourth, so be it. What's the difference between just one position? Is nothing for third or fourth place. So, you know, I feel you've got it. You're going to get it. You're going to be playing Champions League football next season, and so's Newcastle. And but was he saying 3-3? Oh, Rich,
3-3.
no, it's not. It's not.
Sounds like a great game.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Solo's got 1-1.
Oh, that sounds.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna say. What did I say? Did I say 2-1 Newcastle?
You said 17-0 to Newcastle, didn't you? I swear you
Well,
did.
there you go. So it proves that when you play your next league game, Weghorst has got to score a banging 6 goals at least to get that goal difference.
You've got no chance of
And that ain't
that.
happening.
No, your bet's safe on that one.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry. What was it? Solo's gone 1-1. Richard Herbert's gone 3-3. I'm actually good. I actually think Newcastle are going to win that tomorrow. What are you thinking, Matt?
Yeah, like a last grasp 3-2 or something to Newcastle. Yeah.
We'll take that. Oh, we've got Liverpool versus Forest. Our Liverpool back. Klopp was talking about having a push to the top 4. I think he forgot that Liverpool have been absolutely shit for most of the season, and that they just can't turn up and win games. I'm actually gonna go. I do expect Liverpool to win. You know, as much as I want to banter him, and I would love to stick it to my brother tomorrow. I think this is going to be an easy, not say easy Liverpool win. Forest aren't great away from home. I'm expecting like a 3 or a 4, maybe 3-1, 4-1, quite easily. To be fair, what are you guys thinking, guys in the chat? Let's get a score predict. Oh, we go Feg. Woo, that was quick. Sorry, Newcastle 0-0. Sorry. So we've got Tybo saying 2-0 Liverpool and Vincent Bullock's going 1-0 Liverpool. Guys,
and if anybody says 7-0 Nottingham Forest, I know where you live. I'll find you.
What are you guys thinking?
Go on, Anthony. What are you thinking? I don't know.
Do you know what? I was watching the stream last night, the Klopp, and I was listening to what Stoney had to say. And Stoney was the guy who was doing the stream said to Stoney, he says, Stone, what's your score prediction? And Stoney said 5-0 Liverpool. Right? He said 5-0 Liverpool. Straight face. And I was watching, and I predicted I said 3-1 Liverpool. But let's look at something here and just weigh something up. You know, Forest are gone back down towards relegation zone now, so they need to do something in this game. But look how they played against Man City last. Drew 1-0, and Chris Wood scored the equaliser. Do you remember that? Or 6-0. Lingard with 5. Oh God!
Oh God, Michael, man. Sorry, Andy. Go, we cut you off.
Sorry, mate.
It's all right. It's fine. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna say 3-1 Liverpool, but I think Forest is going to give them a good game because they've got everything to play for. They've got to stay up, and I predicted them to go down.
I think everybody did. To be fair, what did you say? You know, this is that late night part we did Adventure King said. Anthony, Matt, did I get a score prediction from you?
You didn't. No, do you know what, mate? I'm just gonna go straight up 3-1 to Liverpool.
See, so we're all expecting a
Yeah.
So a close-ish.
I told you he agrees with me.
What's that?
Oh, did you say 3-1? I didn't realise.
It doesn't happen very often,
I'm
does
not
it?
copying you, I swear.
Brentford, Villa have been
Oh.
have been a joy. Obviously, my younger brother is a Villa supporter, and this is more than anything that he would have expected Villa to be doing. Obviously, since he's come in, I think it's only been Man City that have taken more points since he's been. Is that right? So he's done a really good job. 16th to 6th, and the charge is on. This could be a Europa League, that 7th place, 6th place decider. What we going with this one, guys? I'm actually gonna go for a Villa win, and I do expect, a score. Yeah, I expect a Villa win and Ollie Watkins to score again.
I'm going to go Brentford to win 2-1.
You're
sitting down there silently, Mr. Herbert. What have you got for us there, mate?
Blimey, I'm going to go. Do you know what? I'm going to go 2-0 Aston Villa with Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, I think
getting a goal. I think he's been brilliant. He's been fantastic this season, and what Unai Emery's done there to that team, and also the way he's changed Ollie Watkins, he's changed his style of play as well. He's been fantastic for him. He's been on form, scoring goals. It won't surprise me if top teams bid for Ollie Watkins next season if they want him.
Really? I think
Yeah.
I think he's at his pinnacle, and I can't see any of the top 6 really wanting to take him.
Maybe Spurs, a replacement for Harry Kane when he comes to Man United, potentially.
I know you're saying top 6, but Villa are 6th. The Villa are already 6th in the league.
Right, that's what I mean. I don't think he's going to go any higher.
I don't know. I think he can. I reckon if anybody goes for him, do you know what? I could see Newcastle snapping him up.
Yeah, but they've got he's I think very similar player. I don't know. Like I think Isak's an amazing player, international for Sweden. I don't know. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I think they'd just be trying to fill it up too much at the top. But
yeah,
I think I know what you mean. Like it's in and around that sort of team, isn't it? A Newcastle or I don't know. Would he go to Brighton from Aston Villa? He wouldn't do that, would you?
No. You're not doing that.
Chelsea, they need a striker.
I mean, look, you laugh. Listen, you laugh. It may well get very, very desperate for It may well get very, very desperate for Chelsea. To be fair,
sounds like it might.
But it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful reading. So we got your score predicts. We got score predictions in the chat. Palace. So guys, Palace Everton. Oh look, pardon the typo, guys. It's late, man. Just allow me, man. Just forgive
PA
me,
lace, everybody. PA
I know. just let me off, man. Hopefully, it's not going to be up here for too long, and Solo's not watching to come and tell me off. But Palace, Eze, last few games has become an assist and scoring king. I'm gonna go at Palace tight. Palace 2-1 win. I think Everton will score. Palace will concede. I don't think the Dyche effect is going to work, especially in this game. I think Hodgson being back for whatever reason has given them a sense of belief, maybe. That I still think they had belief under Vieira, but something was missing. It could be the experience. They talk about these manager situations that he may well have been in before or whatever. So look, I'll go for a Palace win. A narrow Palace win. What about you guys?
You know what? Is this the battle of the interim managers? Is this what it is? They both are, aren't they? They're both
no. What's his? No. Isn't Alex Dyche is proper. He's permanent.
A proper full-time got a contract. Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I mean, Roy Hodgson coming in and doing better than Patrick Vieira. No one would have believed, going back to what you got rid of in the first place was the way to go. But apparently they want to keep him on in some sort of aspect. Apparently they want to keep him on as an assistant manager next season to somebody else. Why would you do that?
Wow.
I don't know. It's really strange move. He's either good for it or he's not good enough for it. I don't get it. But he's doing an amazing job. And I think, Palace will probably win this comfortably as well. 4-1.
Oh, wow, you've gone big.
Mate,
Ooh,
they've been
okay.
scoring goal, Palace. I mean, the amount of shots they've had on goal since Patrick Vieira's left as well is amazing. Honestly, like they'd have like 2 shots on goal to like 20 a game now. It's gone up in levels. Yeah, 4-1. 4-1.
Okay. Okay. Anthony, what you got?
Well, I'm going to go for this scoreline here. What my brother said. I reckon Palace is going to win 2-0. I mean, obviously, sorry, PA Lass. Is that how we pronounce it on this one? Since Roy's come in, he's been fantastic. I mean, regarding to what Matt said, whether they want him to be a number 2, obviously they might be approaching a younger manager, so he can gain that little more experience, like, with Roy giving him some advice, maybe. Do you know what I'm saying? So
why would you want to have someone next to you telling you what? Nah, you did that wrong there, mate. That's just not really good.
It can
Roy. That's what I think. Right?
It can happen. I mean, Roy's got the experience there, and it'd be fantastic. And what a footballing brain that he's got, and good advice to learn from, like a teacher in one way. But even though he's a number 2, he'd be like a sort of a teacher to a student. But yeah, I'm gonna say 2-0 Chris PA Lass, right? Everton nil. But this is the first time you might hear this. This is the other team. I believe Everton's getting relegated this season. I don't think Dyche. I do. I don't think. Don't get me wrong. I know Dyche. It can be a good manager, and he can make teams survive from the bottom. The only reason being, Everton has got nothing up front. Calvert-Lewin is injured. He's just come back from injury. He's not being played. And they've got nothing. They got Mopé from Brighton. He's ain't no good. And I just feel that. But I think Dyche stay there, and if they get relegated, Everton, stay there and try and get Everton promoted next season. Whether they might do a Burnley, I don't know. But this is what I think. It'd be Everton, Forest, and Southampton that'd be going down this season.
Wow.
I think they might be in financial debt as well. If they go down, they're going to be.
And they've got that beautiful stadium that they're building there on the docks as well. It could be. Listen, it could be
League Two.
Yeah, it could be a really big bloody implosion down there. To be fair, flipping it. So we got you lot score predictions in. What other games have we got left? Leicester Wolves. I spelt this one right eventually. Thanks, Matt.
Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a hard. Yeah, come on. Yeah, please. Yeah, please.
Do you know what? I think Leicester's going to grab this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Leicester win. Wolves haven't really got nothing up top, but when you look at their midfield, it reminds you of Newcastle. They got such a good midfield with good attacking opportunity, but lack up front. Leicester, they have got good midfield. I know Dean Smith has just come in. He tried things against Man City. They lost that game 3-1, but that was just trial and error on his behalf in his first game, and that was a hard game to come to manage a team to play against Man City as well. But I feel Leicester's going to win this one. What's their striker up front? Not Daka. Is it Iheanacho?
Iheanacho.
Iheanacho. Yeah. I feel if he's on hot form, I think he can score a few goals as well, and I think he'll score in this game. But it's going to be a scrappy game. I do think that, and but yeah, I think Leicester's just going to edge this one, and they'll win 2-1, and they'll try and get out the bottom 3.
Okay, well, Richard's gone 1-1, and obviously Tybo is going to say in a boring draw. Matt, what you got?
I'm going to go for a Wolves win 2-0.
Yeah, I think I'm more siding towards the Wolves.
Something about Wolves and their new manager, and the fact that he's got so much experience in Spain, he seems to be able to get the best out of crap, basically.
Yeah, I think they'll be better next season once he gets the striker that he actually wants, and he's not going to be forced to play Diego Costa. I think they'll do well. Final games for the night, guys. Bournemouth, West Ham. I'll throw mine out there now. I think Bournemouth are going to win. West Ham are going to be on a high from the Conference Pair Cup win, but I just don't feel in the league they've been Jekyll and Hyde, and especially away from home. No matter how buoyed they are and how happy they are, I think Bournemouth have got that fight in them, especially at home. So I'm going to go a 2-1 win to Yeah, I'll go a 2-1 win to Bournemouth. Talk to me.
This is difficult, mate. Again, it's just very difficult. Bournemouth have been very good with Gary O'Neill. I think he's an interim manager, that's for sure. He's not someone who's on a long contract. He's done exceptionally well, really, to be fair, for really a nobody. Oh, I don't know, David Moyes. You don't know about David Moyes, or do we know about David Moyes, Mr. B? Yes, we do. He's going to lose, isn't he? He's going to lose, but he's going to lose it. But I think they win the Conference League. So yeah, I think bad luck in the Premier League, good luck in the conference. So Bournemouth 2-1.
Look at that. As you said it, bam. Tango comes in as well. What are you thinking, Anthony?
I think Bournemouth has been good this season. I mean, West Ham had a good win in the Europa League conference, but I just feel I feel this. I think this is going to be a bit of a boring game, to be honest with you, and I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw.
0-0. Okay, boring. Richard Herbert's asking if that's a Bournemouth top you're wearing there, Matt.
Actually, it's for AC Milan. The reason why I'm wearing it is because they're in the semi-finals, aren't they? The Champions League, and the San Siro, to the same date that they're playing the games, is going to be knocked down next year, and it's the oldest stadium in Italian football. So, representing the San Siro for its last ever year in football.
Oh, I like the way you did that. Conference.
You know what, Matt? I think they're going to win it. I think they're going to win the Champions League, AC Milan.
Sorry about that.
You think they're going to do what?
I think they're going to win the Champions League, AC Milan.
Really?
And he played the other night. I think it's going to be AC Milan in Real Madrid final, and I think AC Milan's going to do it.
Wow, I tell you what, Anthony, that's a huge call, man. That's a huge call. Wow, I tell you, if it goes like that, mate, you want to go stick a couple of quid down the bookies and quote it just like that. Yeah, like that. Did we get your score? We got Matt's got your score prediction.
Yeah,
we did. Guys, look, 47 minutes. Time flew by like a rocket, to be fair. But we're here again every Friday. You know, we do it's a Premier League roundup. Hopefully, Matt and Anthony will be back next week. We'll get a few more on and we'll get a few. Oh, that's what I liked. I like this. I know what that means. I know what that means. You know what, Anthony?
Did you notice he done that as soon as I come on the stream? He was.
I went to Indonesia and everyone was doing that to me. I felt like I'm doing that now. See you later. Thank you.
No, you lot did well, man. Look, guys, as I said, look, we know the time's gone. We will be back, as I said, on our channel on Sunday for the watch along. Matt, where can we find you and when you're going to be on again?
Thanks for calling us back on again, Mr. B. Love the takeaway show. I'll be on whenever you ask me on, bro, as long as I'm not out doing those naughty things that I usually do.
Yeah,
we won't go into specifics, but you know the drill. I'm at Football United TV on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Go check us out. Anthony, I think, is doing the next show, I believe, on Monday, talk about the Premier League, talk about all the results. So go check it out if you can. And please subscribe, share, like the Man United agenda if you are watching right now. It would mean so much to the channel. And I'm a big supporter. Thank you all.
Bless you, man. Mr. Herbert, first things first. God bless you for coming on. I know it wouldn't have been easy, especially as the result was raw, really raw. But you know what? Fair play to you. I hold my hands up to you, and I really, really appreciate the fact that you sucked it up. I know it must have been painful coming on with me and bloody Matt. You know what I mean? And your brother in the chat. And I know you've got to deal with him again when you come off the phone now. But big up, man. So where can we find you, Anthony, man?
You can find me on, I'll start with my socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at my name, Anthony Herbert. You can also find me on the Football United TV on a show on Monday nights where we do the Premier League show, and that's at 8 o'clock. And also, you can find me on there on Fridays, round about. We're gonna have to probably change the time, round about 8:30 on Fridays, because I do Gunners and More Corners. I'm a very busy man for Matthew. You know, he likes that. This is why he worships me. And I just want to say, Mr. B, I would, no matter what the result would have been tonight, I would have still come on because, and also you can find me on here, the Friday night takeaway. We're all going to chill, relax, maybe have a Chinese. But what I'm going to say is, make sure you tune in. If you haven't like, subscribe, because this is a good Manchester United channel. Let's be honest.
That was almost an Oscar-winning speech there, Mr. B.
It was.
I aim to please. I aim to please.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I like that. Guys, look, thanks for watching. We are right on time. Be safe. I said we'll see you on Sunday. Don't forget, tune into Football United TV and you'll see the bottom handsome guy on Monday, and more than likely you're gonna see Matt back with us on Friday. Guys, thanks for watching. We are the Man United Agenda. These were my partners in crime for the night, and thanks again for watching, man. We're out.